Hello there, I'm D. Kumar and welcome to the first video on this venture to the top page. Videos and audio is something new that I'm introducing this year to my blogging, because blogging does actually take me a long time. When I write an article, it can take me up to 2 or 3 hours, sometimes even longer, because I like to research the stuff and I like to make sure what I'm saying is good. This is great, but it's time consuming. And what I found is, from both my mastermind group and my friends online, that video and audio is not only faster, but it offers a different type of medium, and I think people enjoy that. So this is my attempt to somehow streamline my work and add something different to my work too. Alright, so today I want to talk to you about how somebody tried to sandbox my site, or is still trying to sandbox my site, and what you need to do to protect your site being damaged in Google and other search engines because of malicious acts. And this does happen, and I'm proof right here. Okay, so here's how the story started. I'm in a mastermind group, and what we do in the mastermind group, we exchange good ideas and we talk about our businesses. And one week the topic happened to come up about backlinking and what we call SEO pyramids, or backlink pyramids. Now, I'll talk about this in detail in another video, but I just want to very quickly explain for those who don't know. Imagine a pyramid. So we have like a pyramid shape, and right at the top of the pyramid, this little tip is your site. It's the ultimate aim of what you're trying to do, so it's the tip of the pyramid. At the bottom of the pyramid, the large chunk, is what we have, we call this lower tiers, but they are very common backlinks. So they would be certain things like forum profiles, for example, blog comments, and simple links from general sites. Then you have a middle portion. This middle portion is what we call trusted sites, generally social media sites, so maybe HUD pages, e-zine articles, sites that have been around for a long time, have hundreds if not thousands of links to them already, and are somewhat trusted by the search engine. So if you give them a lot of links, Google isn't going to look suspiciously at them. So the concept is this, that you only link to your site with the middle tier, which is the trusted sites, and you build all your other links only to your trusted sites. So what happens is, the trusted sites pass you the link juice, and because you're building the link juice to your trusted sites, the theory is that trusted link juice passes back to your site, so you get rankings without the negatives. I'll explain this in detail in a future video with pictures, so bear with me. The reason I explain that, because it's got a lot to do with this story. So, I was introduced to SEO pyramids, and I thought, alright, let's try this thing. Why not? It's something different. But I'm not the type of guy who has all the time in the world. I have a lot of projects going on, so I like to outsource everything. So the first question I asked is, in my mastermind group, is where do I find people who can do this for me? And obviously VAs and certain things came up, but the suggestion was given to me to go to the Warrior Forum and just buy a simple backlink pyramid there to see how it goes. Now, for those of you who don't know, the Warrior Forum is perhaps one of the most popular internet marketing forums. And they have a section in there which is Warriors for Hire, where people pay money to list their adverts or to list their services, and other warriors come along and buy it. I mean, this is a hugely popular forum, so this works quite well. So I went along, had a look, there was a few guys who were doing backlink periods, and I did my due diligence. I looked through all their reviews, and the reviews were pretty stellar. They have a rating system as well in terms of stars, and if it's very good, people give you stars. And this guy had actually had a number of 5-star reviews, so I thought, okay, he must be good. So I didn't pay a lot of money, but I paid some money just for a trial version of this. So I trialed it, sent in the money, and within 3 or 4 days I got the results back. Remember what I said to you, that only the trusted sites are supposed to link back to you directly. All the mass links, they only go to the trusted sites, and that in turn, the trusted sites only link to you. So there was something like 15 trusted sites on the first tier, and I think almost 10,000 sites on the second tier, which pointed back to the trusted sites. Well, I was a bit shocked, because when I got the report back, all these thousands upon thousands of links pointed directly back to my site. That's not good. It's not good because Google's not used to seeing so many links to your site. So when you very suddenly do it, Google thinks, uh-oh, this guy is maybe doing something dodgy, and it drops you down the rankings. Well, naturally, a little bit of that was going to happen to me. So I was upset. So I wrote back to him and I said, well, I think you've messed up here. I think you should just go back and check what happened. Nothing. Silence. So I wrote back again. I said, dude, please don't ignore me. I'm a customer. I've paid you money and you've not delivered. And at this point, I always give people a second try. I try once in private, and secondly, I'll ask in public. So I went onto the forum and I wrote, well, hang on, you've done it wrong. I sent you a PM, you've not replied. Can you please get back to me? And I'd given this guy 4 or 5 days to get back to me. So he replies on the Warrior forum saying, okay, sorry, I'll send you an email. So he sends me an email telling me he's going to give me the benefit of the doubt and that he'll try and work something out. Okay, so I sent him back the documents and I said, look dude, it's not about giving me the benefit of the doubt. I have the proof here. You sent me the report, so you have the proof yourself that there's something gone wrong. This problem escalated. He refused to refund me and actually said, well, actually, I'm not going to give your money back. And if you ask for your money back again, I'm going to sandbox your sites. Now, I'm not one person who you want to be threatening, and I'm really one of those people who likes to stand up for myself, especially if it's something I've paid for. So I told him, well, you know, it's not going to fly with me. I think you either correct the service, which I'm giving you another chance right here to correct the service, or you give my money back, and you do something to correct the badness or the bad effects of these links. Okay, I think I ticked some of his buttons. I got some very abusive emails back to me, not only listing my site, but because a number of my sites were on the same server, he managed to find out which other sites I owned. So he sent me a list back with all my sites and he said, how much do you like your sites? Because say goodbye to them. I was like, wow. So I sent a message to the Warrior forum saying, you know, I don't think this is acceptable. He's paid for a service on your site, so you have a bit of a duty to either block him or stop other people being abused by him. And then I decided to post on the Warrior forum that his exact emails and exact wording of what he said to me in sandboxing my site. And what's strange is, as soon as I posted that, a number of other warriors also posted theirs too. So he'd done it to a number of us. What happened? He got banned for 7 days, that's it. And during those 7 days, he bombarded my sites, all my sites, with thousands of poor quality links. And what this did is, Google immediately got a bit upset that there's so many links flying back to my site. So naturally, my site lowered down in the rankings. Some of them took a serious hit actually. The newer your site, the more damage it will do, because you haven't been able to build up that respect. Thankfully, my main blog and my main money site, I've been building backlinks to for some time, and quality backlinks, and that saved me a little. I still dropped almost 40 places of my main keywords. So going from the first page to the 5th page, traffic just went to 0. And this lasted about 2 weeks, and slowly now it's coming back up. But this is the damage that somebody can actually do to your site. So don't believe these people who say that no one can sandbox your site. Okay, maybe sandboxing itself is difficult. And sandbox means taking your site completely out of Google. But damaging your site, very easily done. And it's shown right in front of you with my site that it can be done in a matter of days. Now, I said to you, I tell you how to prevent your site from being sandboxed. You can't prevent your site always from being knocked down in Google, because as soon as you build so many links, Google's going to get a little suspicious. But if your site is of good quality and you've been building the right type of backlinks, you will bounce back to your position or perhaps even higher. It just takes a few weeks with the Google dance. So these are 3 things you need to do to make sure that you build the good quality backlinks right from the start. So if somebody does try to damage you in the future, it doesn't give you such a bad effect. Now, the first thing you need to do, you need to always post your blog post or your site pages upon social media sites. The longer you do this, or the more often you do it, the more often you're creating good links to your site. So Google's watching these sites because it trusts social media sites, and it gives you what's called good value or good link juice value. And Google looks at this, and it looks at how often you've been doing the right thing. So if something happens all of a sudden that's wrong, it does sometimes give you the benefit of the doubt, because I guess it knows that this type of stuff does happen. But if you have a new site and then somebody does this to you straight away, Google has no way of knowing this. So that's why new sites get done the most or have the worst effect. The second thing you need to do is diversify your links. Never rely on one source to say it's good marketing or good backlinking strategy. If you're only going to social media sites and he spams with social media sites, Google's not going to look at you as a big all-round backlinking strategy. It's going to think that perhaps there's something wrong or something you're doing is bizarre, so it would knock you down. So you have to diversify your links. And what I mean by that is pick an all-round strategy. Use forum profiles if you want. Use blog comment backlinks. I mean, this is really powerful and something we've used in blogcommentingtribe.com. It's a great way to diversify your links from blogs that are relevant and hold good value. So that gives you good link value. And the other thing, of course, is guest post is really, really powerful. It's something I am very much into. I guest post on Entrepreneur's Journey, and that's where a lot of my very good hardcore fans come from. So try these free linking strategies. You don't have to do it so often, but do it regularly. And this will build over time very good links to your page. I'm fortunate with this blog that I hit the dig front page 2 times in 2010 with 2 of my most popular articles. That built me a lot of great link juice, got me a great number of links, and I'm sure that stopped this site from getting sandboxed, because this is the site that got hit the most. The next thing you need to do is make sure that you link your site to other sites, other good sites. So you not only get links back from them, but you link out to other good sites. Google looks at your strategy and it looks at, well, okay, is they only thinking about their site, or are they offering value to customers? And this seems to have had a good effect on me. So sometimes when I find good videos or good content from other people, I link back to their site. Okay, don't worry about losing this little bit of link juice. What you're doing is you're telling Google you respect other good sites. It's only a small change, and you don't even have to do it so often, but it makes such a big difference. Okay, so remember, diversify your links and associate yourself with good sites, and that's one key way of avoiding the Google sandbox. Do this over a long period of time. It's not going to work if you just do it next week and then stop doing it. Make it a regular part of your marketing strategy, and I assure you there's one way to stop these idiots trying to sandbox your sites. Alright, this is D. Kumar. I hope you enjoyed my first video. I promise they'll get better in time, but hey, we've all got to start somewhere. Alright, I'm D, I'm signing off. Bye bye.